You saw a different Cain Velázquez in this fight. From the weigh-in to the way that he came out here, it was a different focus. He looked ready to go, and it was the takedowns, the relentless pace. And when he backed Dos Santos out, he came with strikes, and he hurt Dos Santos. And you could see that he was tired in the later rounds of the fight, but he just never stopped. Cain Velázquez, they say he doesn't have submissions. Well, I believe his cardio is one of his best submissions.
That is one of his best submissions. He was going to get on Dos Santos, stay in Dos Santos' face, and as the rounds went on, you saw Junior kind of start to wilt. I mean, one of the scorecards was 50-43.
I was a fan of Dos Santos before this fight, but his heart made me an even bigger fan. He was rocked several times in this fight. He got back to his feet. Unbelievable performance by Dos Santos. We can't forget that either.
Absolutely. Well, let's take a look at the scorecard. Cain Velázquez regains the UFC heavyweight title. In the co-main event, Joe Lauzon had finished all 22 of his victories, but he took on Jim Miller, who's never been knocked out in his UFC career. Folks, though, we do need to warn you that this fight got bloody very early on, so if you are a little queasy, now is the time to turn away. But Kenny, take us through this one. It was a good one.
Well, they say one of the most important aspects of a fight is the art of deception. And Jim Miller had Joe Lauzon fooled. He had us all fooled. This kid has some serious Muay Thai. He started right off the bat. He went right into Joe Lauzon's face. Really landed a ton of kicks, knees, and it was the elbows that really cut up Lauzon and really changed the dynamic of that fight.
You can see that Jim had a game plan. He really worked on his elbows, pushed his pace, and he did a great job of countering early in the fight. When Joe Lauzon would attack him, Jim would fade back, lead with a right hand, throw a left hook, and then follow with some elbows. It was fantastic to watch.
Yeah, it was excellent striking, and we can't forget about those amazing grappling exchanges. Lauzon really brought it with the submission attacks. Miller was able to counter beautifully. What a fight, and this card really needed for both these guys.
Absolutely great performance. Jim Miller now bringing his UFC record to 11-3. He is 2-1 in his last 3 fights in the middleweight division. Undefeated since making the drop to 185 pounds, Tim Boetsch squared off against Costa Philippou, who has won 4 straight himself. Who kept it rolling on tonight? Daniel? Talk to the people.
Oh, man, it was a great fight from the very beginning. Tim did the thing I thought he was going to do. He led, got in close, and held him against the cage. Costa was doing a great job of punching his takedown defense. He got taken down here, but he got right up, got back right back to the boxing. At the end of the first round, Tim gets a nice high kick, nice front kick. He was leading with the teep kick, landed a nice front kick. This is the end of the fight here. Costa Philippou, something was wrong with Tim, his hand or something. He was telling his coach in the corner something was wrong with him. Costa moved in for the finish, beat him up, and got his hand raised at the end of the night. It was a great fight, great night for Costa Philippou.
Yeah, there was a definite change after the eye poke. You saw that Tim Boetsch really approached this fight completely different, and definitely looked like it affected his vision.